KSAT12. The news at noon starts right now.
Technology taking on the job of tackling a local murder case.
Surveillance cameras and a GS tracker working in concert to track down the suspect. As Katrina Weber tells us, this case may not be closed, though.
At 20 years old, Colacio Brown is facing a charge that could lead to a lifetime in prison. San Antonio police arrested him yesterday afternoon in connection with the murder of 24-year-old Desiree Zaria Fisher. Her body was found August 4th in a grassy field on the southeast side of town, along South Cross Ranch Road near Side Saddle Drive. An arrest affidavit shows she had been shot several times, and police found shell casings near her body. It says investigators began to look at Brown as a suspect after a friend of his reported hearing him say he planned to kill Fisher. Police say they later linked him to the case through surveillance video and a GPS tracker on a car he was driving that belonged to Fisher. It sounds like police may not believe that Brown was the only one involved in this murder. In fact, the affidavit mentions 3 other unnamed suspects, but it doesn't say whether police plan to or have arrested anyone else. While investigating the murder, police say neighbors told them they had heard gunshots the previous night, but didn't think anyone had been hurt. When officers arrived that morning, though, they quickly found out that wasn't the case, that Fisher had been killed. Although the affidavit doesn't mention a motive for the murder, it does say someone who police questioned told them Brown and Fisher had been involved in a romantic relationship, one that appears to have ended in the worst way. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
We have a reminder for you this noon. You have one more chance to speak to the top leader of Bexar County about the issues that you care about most. Judge Peter Sakai has been hosting a series of community conversations, and tonight, the 4th and final session will be at the UTSA Park West Fieldhouse. It's off of 1604, not far from West Hausman Road on the city's northwest side. It'll begin at 5:30, and you can read more about it on KSAT.com.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Soak it in, because tomorrow at this time, we're probably going to be soaked.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some activity on the radar and a bit more cloud cover. That's expected. So it's still going to be a hot and humid afternoon this Wednesday. But tomorrow, we see the first of a few changes start to work in. The highly advertised cold front's going to push through the region. That's going to spark up a better chance for rain. And then some cooler temperatures arrive into the weekend. But first, if you're fixing to step out the door for any lunchtime plans, you can see how the humidity is really impacting those heat index values out there. It feels like the mid to upper 90s in spots for us here in San Antonio, stretching over to New Braunfels. Even Seguin, the current feels like temperature is 97 because we have all of that moisture in place. So it is going to be another hotter than average afternoon. 93 by 3 p.m., 95 the forecast high here in San Antonio around 4 to 5 o'clock. Just a 20% chance for an isolated shower or storm. Coverage is expected to be pretty limited today. But again, that changes tomorrow as we see this cold front move into the area. That is going to spark up a higher, about 70% chance to find some numerous showers and thunderstorms out there on authority radar. We will wait to see the cooler air really move in until this weekend. Highs potentially struggling to climb out of the 70s, and lower humidity will make for some crisp mornings as well. So we'll time it all up coming up in just a few.
Big changes. Thank you. If you feel like every time you look around San Antonio, there's another apartment complex springing up, you're right. And they're going up for a good reason. According to Zillow, the median rent for San Antonio is now $1,700 a month. But with mortgage rates at 7% or higher, renting still feels a little bit better than buying for many families. Max Massey with one of the newest additions to the city's apartment complex portfolio and why it is setting down more rental routes here.
During the pandemic, a lot of things froze up, slowed down, then it just completely spiked. The demand.
From drought to downpours, the pandemic may go down as a historically unique case study for housing. And the effects of this still being felt.
We saw a huge influx in demand of absorption in the rental market. And that really lasted for some time.
John Kirk is a managing director at Embry Partners, and he has properties around the country. Now, of the areas he covers, this new luxury complex, 7600 Broadway, it opened just last week. And already, it's about 50% occupied. But John says San Antonio is unique.
Well, San Antonio is just kind of this minor gateway market from South Texas, from Mexico. You have a lot of commerce that's happening, and part of our industry is job creation, jobs, and it's been pretty robust.
And as I look around San Antonio, it's hard not to think there looks like there's more apartment complexes than people to fill them. But that's not the case. In terms of what comes next, well, it's getting tougher to build. And this slowdown in building, well, it's starting.
We know there's always going to be need for renters, especially in and around San Antonio, but what about office space?
It's really focused on where is it located, is it walkable, and what amenities does it have to offer, and from a technology, and is it sophisticated? Most of the office and the negativity that you see on the news, it's more for those office buildings that are dilapidated, they're old, they have not been upkept, and so you're starting to see that in the marketplace.
It's a flight to quality.
Flight to quality. Yeah.
And the flight to quality is also evident in these apartments. These amenities are bringing families in. As for growth in our community, well, it doesn't seem to be slowing, just moving in different directions. Max Massey, KSAT12 News.
Anyone looking for a job has a chance to snag a new gig today. There are a number of positions open at Joint Base San Antonio, and that's why it's hosting a hiring event. They need law enforcement, plumbers, animal caretakers, and contract specialists. The job fair is happening right now at Morris Conference Center on Northwest Loop 410. It ends at 3 this afternoon.
Anytime you roll up your sleeves to make a blood donation, you're making a big impact. But what happens after when it hits the road? Today, KSAT Explains team is taking you into the labs in South Texas Blood and Tissue Center to get a behind-the-scenes look. And as Myra Arthur tells us, it's highlighting the need for new vehicles.
Before blood donations can be tested in this lab, and before they're broken down into red blood cells, platelets, and plasma in this lab, they first have to get to the lab.
A typical driver usually is on the road for pretty close to 4 to 6 hours.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for 9 years.
Daniel De Leon is the customer relations coordinator for the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. He drives one of these to transport blood from donation sites and to hospitals.
The trucks that we have right now are old, and we put a lot of mileage on them delivering them to the hospitals. We go to Laredo quite often, 4 times a week. We go down to the Valley at least once a day. We go to Victoria a number of times a day.
So it's just a vehicle that gets run a lot.
It does get run a lot, yes.
Yeah. So storing blood in the back, is there anything wrong with the way this vehicle does it versus what the new one would do?
Well, I mean, it would help if we had a newer vehicle that had air conditioner, airflow in the back, compared to like the newer vehicle that is.
This thing doesn't have any airflow in the back.
No, it doesn't. It's just whatever air comes out of the front driver's room.
It looks like an old TV life drive.
Yes.
So I'm familiar with that. So in the back, you're just putting blood straight in here.
Yes.
Storing it in those coolers. But on a day like today, when it's 105 outside,
that's correct.
Time is of the essence.
It is, and something like this can get up to 130 easily back there.
Myra Arthur, KSAT12 News.
And we are teaming up with our KSAT community partners to host a phone bank for the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. It is happening right now. So here's the number you can call. Representatives from the Blood and Tissue Center Foundation will be available to answer your donor questions and register you to donate some blood. You can also make a financial contribution, and you can help Team Myra. Our own Myra Arthur is helping raise money for the Blood and Tissue Center. Her goal, $15,000. She's getting close. Almost there. In just a few minutes, we're going to check in with Myra at the phone bank to see what your donation actually means for this community.
History made in the House of Representatives yesterday, causing an uproar among Republicans and a shutdown of Congress. The Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, ousted from his leadership role by members of his own party, and they were leading the charge. ABC's Liz Landers with where that leaves the government's still needed budget bill and who could take over the role next.
A shocking moment in American history. For the first time ever, members of the House voting to remove their Speaker.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Speaker Kevin McCarthy seen walking out in silence after serving for only 9 months, one of only 5 House speakers to serve less than 2 years. later announcing he won't run again to be the leader of House Republicans.
I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise.
Citing a lack of trust in McCarthy, 8 Republicans led by far-right Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, along with all House Democrats, voted to oust him. Gaetz and the 7 others were furious after he worked out a short-term spending deal with Democrats to keep the government funded.
We need a speaker who will fight for something, anything.
If this House of Representatives has exceeded all expectations, then we definitely need higher expectations.
But the overwhelming number of Republicans who backed McCarthy through it all, livid.
It's a total distraction. It is some sort of pseudo-psycho-political fetish that we don't have time for.
Now the big question, who will take his place? The conference scrambling to find a permanent speaker. In the meantime, Representative Patrick McHenry serving temporarily. Sources telling ABC News at least 3 names could be under consideration. Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, and Oklahoma Congressman Kevin Hern. But former President Donald Trump's name has also been floated. A House Speaker doesn't have to be an elected member of Congress. Republicans plan to huddle behind closed doors next Tuesday. Meanwhile, another potential government shutdown looming in just more than a month. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Still coming up, the Texas Rangers swinging into the postseason with a huge road win in Florida to start that series. Highlights on the way.
The Blood and Tissue Center facing not one, but 2 hurdles. Its blood supply is still low, and it needs new vehicles to transport donations and equipment.
And that is why our latest KSAT community event is a phone bank. And joining us now live at the phone bank is Myra Arthur. We're hoping those phones start ringing, Myra.
That is right, David and Ursula. Thank you so much. The number to call, let's get you that right away, 351-1363. This is a fundraiser for the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, and it's a little bit personal for me because I am part of Team Myra. They have challenged me to help them raise $15,000 between now and October 21st, and we are so very close, almost at the finish line. You just saw right before the break the reason that this money is needed. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. I have Roger Ruiz here with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. Roger, I got a question when we first aired that story. Okay. Well, doesn't the blood bank sell blood to hospitals? What's the need for a fundraiser?
Right.
But you are a nonprofit.
That is correct. We do not sell the blood, but it's a reimbursement that we ask from the hospitals because you got to remember we got to test the blood, we got to collect the blood, transport the blood. So there's a lot behind the scenes that go on about when blood is donated that has to be taken care of. So that's where that is. We are still a nonprofit, but it is a reimbursement.
Yeah, we're showing some of the work that happens with every single donation, the processing, the breaking it down to the different blood products. It is a high dollar operation, but it is a high need. That need is so very critical. And when you all say that one donation can save 3 lives, how is that?
That is correct, because you got to remember your one whole blood donation is separated into different components. Red blood cells, platelets, plasma. Each patient is unique and different in what they need. And so that's why it's so important. That's why we say one donation can save 3 lives, because your donation is being separated into components.
It was fascinating to get into that lab and see what is done every single time. And to take a look at some of those trucks that not only transport the blood products to different hospitals, but you have to remember those donations have to come into the lab too.
That is correct. We serve over 48 counties, over 100 hospitals and clinics. So that's a big area that we cover, and those trucks travel thousands and thousands of miles a day, a year.
Yeah, absolutely. 351-1363. We started out the day, or right before this phone bank began, at just over $10,200 some dollars, trying to get to that $15,000 mark. I know San Antonio is full of generous people, so I hope you will help me out, and more importantly, help out the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, because this is a critical need that serves people right here at home.
Definitely. It serves 3 patients a day. So when you donate, one donation saves 3 patients. So need lots of blood, need lots of help. So if you have an hour of your time coming to donate, if you have some financial needs that you can help us with, that'd be great as well.
And I also donated recently through this whole effort, and it was So easy, so very easy. 210-351-1363. These call takers are going to be here all afternoon. Help us make a big difference. David and Ursula.
All right, Myra, thank you very much. So close to her goal, and so many people need to go donate because it seems like they're always needing donations for blood in this community.
I'd say that by the end of this show, she'll be at her $15,000 mark. Can we just do that? We got 40-something minutes.
I don't know why not.
Okay, let's do it, San Antonio.
That would be wonderful. We'll check back in with that as well. All right. Also, the weather team's goal, trying to get some cooler air into South Central Texas. And I think this weekend you will notice some of those temperatures dropping as lower humidity pumps in. And yes, we have that chance for rain tomorrow as well. We needed a quick look at the aquifer level for this Wednesday, down 1/10 of a foot. 629.9 is that level. Molds, fall elm, ragweed, and pigweed all in the pollen count, but the good news is they are low. We're going to get you the latest version of Futurecast. Time out. That storm chance tomorrow after the break.
We're counting down the minutes.
Yeah, it's like this weather department, man, they're like.
We are all hyped up about it.
I know, but the thing is, you know, it's like, please don't disappoint on this one. You know, everybody's on edge.
Especially because it's the best of both worlds. Yes, a better rain chance and also just those cooler fall temperatures after the hottest summer that we have ever recorded here in San Antonio. August was the hottest month. September was the hottest month that we've seen in terms of Septembers this year. We definitely deserve some cooler temperatures. Take a look at your high temperature trend over the next several days. So we were talking about it. Today is still going to be hotter than average. Our average temperature is 86 here in San Antonio. We've got a forecast high of 95 by later this afternoon. And then we're down in the 80s tomorrow and Friday. But as we see a secondary push of cooler air move in for the weekend, that's when those high temperatures could struggle to climb out of the 70s. So let's talk all about the setup, though, starting with today. We're pretty quiet here in South Central Texas. There is some more scattered rain closer to the Houston area, very similar to what we saw yesterday. And I think for the most part, that's where a lot of the rain is going to stay through the afternoon. But still, we'll keep an isolated 20% potential to maybe find a few showers, a stray rumble of thunder, generally through about sunset. And then after the sun goes down, we lose the daytime heat, which is a fuel for those showers and storms. And whatever is left out there on the radar does look to fizzle out. For the most part, I think we'll be pretty quiet through the overnight. Just an isolated chance for a few more showers, but most of us staying dry. Into tomorrow, though, that's when we have the best chance, a 70% potential to find some numerous showers and thunderstorms work through South Central Texas. So let's time that out as we see the cold front move through the region. We've got an area of high pressure anchored off to our northeast. With where we sit in relation to that high pressure system, our winds here at the surface are coming in from the southeast. So that's what's pumping in all of that Gulf moisture into San Antonio. You can definitely feel the humidity when you step outside today. But as we take a look farther up to the north, here's this cold front, an area of low pressure that's approaching the Great Lakes region that's already starting to spark some showers and storms well off to our north right now. But watch what happens as we advance this on in time. This is 11 p.m. tonight. We see that front start to dive southward. More widespread storms closer to the Metroplex, stretching across the Red River, even some activity closer to San Angelo. This will continue to work southbound through the overnight hours. By 7 a.m. tomorrow, it's possible we start to see some of that activity work into portions of the Hill Country near Junction, Fredericksburg. I think from about mid-morning to midday tomorrow, that's going to be our window to start to see this rain and frontal boundary move through the San Antonio area, lingering rain possible at times throughout the afternoon, and then that will continue to work its way farther southward and closer to deep South Texas by tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night. So all in all tomorrow, take the umbrella out with you by the time you're stepping out the door for the morning commute, but know that you're not going to need to use it all day long continuously. I do think we will find some breaks in the rain, but by the time all is said and done, I think we're looking at some totals estimated up to about an inch of rain, maybe some localized higher totals if you find yourself under a few heavier downpours. So So we, of course, will continue to monitor it. But until then, you can see we've got some blue sky out there right now, and it is hot for this time of year. 89 degrees, but a dew point of 71, making it feel like 95. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast throughout the remainder of the day. 95 degrees at 5 p.m., 20% chance for a stray shower, and then later on this evening, those thermometers will start to fall into the 80s. Welcome changes into this weekend. Upper 70s possible by Saturday and Sunday, and maybe some crisp mornings with those forecast low temperatures potentially down in the upper 50s. We're going to take a step aside. We'll be right back after the break.
How about those Texas Rangers? They blew the chance to win the West, but then took advantage of a trip to the playoffs as a wild card and also took advantage of some great pitching. The Rangers put up 4 against the Rays to open their AL wild card series against Tampa Bay. Texas just needed a win today to move on to the divisional series against the Orioles. Our own Josh Jung right here from San Antonio. And Corey Seager drove in runs, and the Rangers took advantage of some pretty sad fielding by the Rays. The Rays committed 4 errors. And what about that Texas pitching? Texas starter Jordan Montgomery only allowed a smattering of 6 hits over 7 innings. Even made a great play to help with his shutout hopes. The diving catch in the 2nd inning. That'll do it.
Did he scare you by deciding he was going to make a Gold Glove play?
Yeah, it wasn't a soft landing, was it? He's a big fella, and a nice play, great catch by him. We're in a tight situation there, so big play at that point in the game, and just shows you how competitive he is to go out there and dive for that ball.
All right, so here's another look at it. Runners on the corners. Jose Siri pops it up, and the dive. That's 6'6" Montgomery. Nice grab. That's a gem. That's why those pitchers practice that fielding thing. Hey, the Rangers are going to look to sweep the series today, 2:08, here on KSAT 12, live. In the other AL wildcard series, it's Minnesota. They got a big game from their stud rookie Royce Lewis to a 3-1 win, putting an end to the Twins' dreadful 18-game postseason losing streak. That dates back to 2004. Winner faces the Astros in the NL wildcard round. The Phillies beat Miami 4-1. Winner there plays Atlanta. The Diamondbacks got the 6-3 win over the Dodgers. Await the winner of that one.
Healthcare professionals are warning about a spike in syphilis cases, and the medication to treat them is in short supply. How the White House has been called in to intervene.